Hello, my wrist-free warriors and beautiful souls. I'm James. In this flow, we're going to do a wrist and hands-free practice that strengthens the shoulders, back, and upper arms. We're going to work on the forearms in things like forearm plank. So if you have a shoulder or elbow injury, you might want to try one of my other videos first. If you're just working with wrist or hand injury, I've got you covered. We're going to work hard. We're going to build some heat, build some strength, and hopefully feel great afterwards. If that sounds good, let's begin. So we are going to start standing at the front of the mat as we often do, those of you who know me. It's coming into mountain pose, Tadasana. Have your feet about hip distance apart. Spread your toes. Just rock forwards and back on the feet a couple times, just to feel the quality of being grounded and settled. You could allow the palms to turn forwards, and let's take 3 deep breaths in to begin. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. As you inhale, feel the chest expand. As you exhale, a sense of grounding and stability. Last one. Exhaling. Inhale, lift the arms, join the palms together briefly. And then exhale, bend your knees and fold down. As you inhale, lift the chest, float the hands. As you exhale, step that left foot back, back knee down, coming into the lunge. We're going to lift the arms up high, and then today circle them back a couple times. All the while, your breath is smooth and calm and steady. As you inhale, lift the arms up by the ears, and then for a moment, drop the hips forward and down, and then slowly come back out. Let's do 2 more. Hips forwards and down, back up and out. Last time. And now from here, take your hands forwards, tuck your back toes, back knee up, high lunge. Bring the palms together or the fingertips together if that feels better in your wrists. As you inhale, straighten that back leg. As you exhale, turn to the right. Inhale back to center. Check that front knee is above the ankle, turn to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, turn to the right. Center, warrior 2, back heel down. If you're new to warrior 2, check your front knee is above the front ankle and straighten the back leg. Together, let's reverse, palm to the heavens. As you breathe out, reach both arms forwards. Warming up, reversing. Getting a little heat as we flow. One more time. Reach the hands forwards like you're reaching for the sun. And then come back to your warrior 2, high lunge. Step forwards, bring that left knee into the chest. You could hold the knee, or you could float the hands. I like to point my foot because it looks nice, but drop the hip. Yoga doesn't have to be about looking nice, but it can feel good, right? Point the foot, return the foot down. Inhale, lift the arms, second side. Exhale, bowing to the earth. Lift the chest as you breathe in. Right foot back, back knee down. As you circle the arms this time, see if you can create a little bit more space in the chest and the shoulders. Just warming everything up, finding what feels good in your body. Calm breaths. This time reach the fingertips up towards the sky, and let's drop the hips forwards and down. 3 and 2 and 1. Tuck your back toes, lift the back knee, power up, Power Ranger style. Stretch the mat between the feet, strong back leg, fingertips or palms together. Use your exhale to turn to the left, back to center. As you exhale, the abs come on to help you twist. 1 more. As you inhale, release the arms As you exhale, back heel comes down, warrior two. Really feel that back leg strong, push through the back heel. Let's reverse together. And now reach both arms forwards. Reversing. Push down in that front heel so you don't collapse in the hip, keep it strong. Last one, reaching for the sun. Back to your warrior two, high lunge. Step forwards, knee comes up and into the chest, wobble, wobble. Hold the knee or float, point to the foot. 3, 2, 1. Bring the feet down, hip distance apart. Inhale, arms lift. This time arch back slightly. Exhale, folding slowly. As you breathe in, lift the chest. Left foot back again, back knee down. This time as you take the arms overhead, join the fingertips of the palms and maybe take the prayer behind the neck, lifting your chest. If it feels good, drop your hips forwards and down. But think about lifting your rib cage away from your lower back, creating lots of space. 4 more breaths. And seeing if you can keep the breath calm, keep the mind settled. The body is much more willing to stretch when you feel a bit calm. Now this time, take the hands forwards, bring your hips back above that back knee, and tricky, bring the knees back together. We're going to come down onto the forearms for the first time. Link your fingers, elbows below shoulders. Tuck your toes. Follow me now. Push your elbows down, slide your left foot back, and let's take a little rock forwards and back. A little bit like you're a lumberjack or lumberjane or lumber person sawing a piece of wood. Chest coming forwards and back. Let's switch out the legs. Keep pushing through the elbows. Don't collapse the chest. We're building shoulder strength today. And now from here, we're taking both feet back into our first low plank. Get really long, wiggle your feet back. Take a little look. Your shoulders are above your elbows, are they not? I'm sure they are. Your hands are gently clasped. If you have the tendency to arch your back and collapse, tuck your tailbone under. You should feel your abs working. And again, we're going to pretend we're sawing a piece of wood, going forwards and back slowly now, just a little bit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees down, come back to that kneeling position. And now mindfully step that right foot forwards, back knee up, high lunge. Palms come together, turn to your right. Option 1, breathe here. Option 2, elbow comes just outside the knee in prayer twist. Either way, really straighten that back leg. Keep your front knee above your front ankle. Calm and steady. 2 more breaths. And now without exploding, inhale back to your high lunge. Exhale, warrior 2, back heel down. Same as before, reverse. Reach for the sun. This time as you reverse, pause. Straighten your front leg. Lift your front toes. Bend your back knee and daintily tap the back knee. Reach for the sun. Tap the back knee. 1 more. Getting your flow on. This time high lunge, step forwards, knee comes up into the chest. This time take your left arm out to the side, open the arms into a T shape. Point to the foot. You can wiggle it if you like. Turn. From here, come to stand mountain pose. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Big breath out through your mouth. 2 more, let's release some tension. And again. Second side coming up, inhale, arms rise. Little back bend at the top. Exhale, folding with me now. Lift the chest. Right foot steps back, back knee down. Arms up and over. Maybe prayer behind the neck. Again, think about lifting your ribs up and away from your lower back. Maybe dropping the hips. Take a good 5 or more breaths here. I know some of you folks like little micro details. So as a micro detail, think about lifting the front of your pelvis, so the front, up a little bit. Like you're trying to lift your belt buckle up towards your chest, if you had a belt buckle. You might notice that deepens the stretch in the front of your right hip. One more breath here. And then begin to release arms forwards, kneeling position. Here we go, elbows down. This time, keep the hands apart and the palms flat if that feels comfortable. You can play with the hand position to suit whatever's going on in your wrist or your hands. Focus on the elbows rooting. Here we go, low plank. Once again, seesawing motion, this time for 10, back, 9, 8, really push through those elbows, 7, rock on those toes, 6, 5, 4, 3, nearly there, come on, 2, you've got it in you, 1, hold, 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 lie all the way down. Take your arms back behind you for locust. As you breathe in, lift your chest, reach your fingers. Option to float the feet and straighten the legs. Check that you've not kind of crunched your neck back like this. Keep the neck long and free, swan-like. 2 more breaths. Elegant like a beautiful swan. 1 more breath. Lower down, come back onto the forearms, push up onto the knees. Kneeling position. Left foot steps forwards. Take a moment. High lunge. Palms together now. Use the exhale to help turn through the core. And you could breathe here, or you could take the elbow towards the knee. 5 breaths. As a little tip here, pull that left shoulder down your back a little. Space to breathe. 3 more. And now without exploding, release, warrior 2, back heel down. Together, let's reverse. Reach for the sun. As you reverse, front leg straightens, back knee bends, tap the knee mindfully, reach for the sun. Tap the knee mindfully, sun. Last one. This time, high lunge, back heel spins up, step forwards, knee comes in, wobble. Open your arms like wings to the right. If you're shuffling around with me, fabulous. It's good not to be alone. Turn. Replace the foot. Take a breath in, out through the mouth. 2 more, breathing in. Anything that's weighing you down at the moment, inhale and clear it out. Building on that same sequence, breathe in, arching back a little more if it feels good. Push your hips forwards into a back bend, and then exhale, fold. Lift the chest, left foot steps back, back knee down, crescent lunge. This time, circle the arms behind you, reach the fingers towards the back heel. If it feels okay in your wrists, you could hook the thumbs or link the fingers and straighten the arms. Otherwise, keep the arms apart, drop the hips forwards and down. And consider lifting through the front of the pelvis again, chest proud. 2 more breaths. As you release, coming into that kneeling position, ta-da, and then back onto the forearms, I'm afraid. Now this time, as you come onto the forearms, take your right forearm parallel to the front of your mat, and listen closely. Your right hand, turn it to face the ceiling. So that right palm is going to face up, and we're going to come into a side plank with the left foot in front of the right foot. Lift the left arm. It's going to feel weird because that right hand is facing the sky, and you're going to push through the left elbow. Your right wrist is free. What that means is your shoulder and the muscles under your armpit have got to work extra hard. 3. Shaky, shaky for 2. Lift those hips. 1. Slowly lower down and switch sides. Left forearm parallel to the front of the mat. Left hand faces the ceiling. And then finding your way in, side plank, right foot in front of the left. Reach up, press through the left elbow and the left forearm. 3, 2, lift those hips. 1, come back, lie all the way down. This time in your locust, reach the arms behind you, lift your chest. If it feels good, you could catch hold of the hands or the wrists and lengthen the arms. Otherwise, arms open. But this time, feet together. Squeeze the feet and the toes together. Straighten the legs. You'll really feel your thighs working here. 4, 3. You've got this. 2 and 1. Come back to all fours. Come back to the kneeling position. Take a moment here. Right foot steps forwards. High lunge. Palms together. Option 1, turn to the right. Option 2, elbow outside the knee. Option 3, lean forwards, float the back leg off the floor. 5 breaths. Really straighten that back leg wherever you are. 3, 2, 1. If you lifted, step back. Find your warrior 2. Wipe your brow with me if it's that kind of moment. Tropical. Let's reverse. Reach the arms forwards for the sun. As you reverse, either touch the knee or go a little further, touch the earth, and then sweep back in a circle for the sun. Touch the earth. Sun. Last time. Get ready for the half moon. Here it comes. You knew it was going to be in here. Those of you who are regular, the hand is going to stay off the floor. Left leg lifts. Left leg parallel to the floor. Arms wide like wings. 4 more breaths. Press through both heels. 3, 2, 1. Slowly bring that left knee into the chest, through the balance. Open the arms to the left, standing twist. And now as you come back to center, stay in the balance, palms together. Cross the ankle over the knee, hips back. Getting that right leg to cook a little bit, foot working, glutes working, toes working. Calm breath. 2, 1, release. Shake out that right foot. Let's take a moment, breathe. If it feels good to you, you can join palms. Just that gesture of calmness and quietness. Settle the breath. Release the hands. Here we go, second side. Inhale, lift, arch back if it feels good, but squeeze your butt, send your hips forwards. Exhale, folding. Lift the chest. Right foot steps back, back knee down. Circle your arms back, folks. Reach the fingers behind you, maybe link, and lower the hips forwards and down. So as you do this, gently draw your shoulders back and down. And you might notice that helps you to lift the chest. It also strengthens the shoulders in a different way than the planks do. From here, release, kneeling position. Once again, coming onto the forearms. Side plank on the right arm again. Palm faces the sky. Forearm parallel to the front. And coming up. This time is a tricky option. Stack the feet. And if that's easy, Lift the left foot up just a little bit. Tuck your tailbone. 3, 2, lift, lift, lift. 1, slowly lower the knees and switch sides simply. Option to stack the feet. Option to lift the right foot. Tuck the tailbone. 3, 2, 1. Come back down. Lower all the way down to the front of your body. This time as you reach the arms back, lift the chest. Push the hips down if that feels good. And gently bend your knees. Bring the feet towards the hands. Don't catch yet though. Squeeze the feet in. Pull the shoulders back. 3 more breaths. And then release. Slowly back up onto your knees. Oh. Whew. Left foot comes forwards. Arms forwards. Power up. High lunge. Palms together. Turn to your left. Option 1 here. Option 2 here. Option 3. Keep the elbow and knee together. Lean forwards. Float the back leg. 5, 4. Really straighten the back leg. 3, 2, 1. Step back. Warrior 2. Together, reverse. Reach for the sun. Reach for optimism, for hope. As you come back, touch the knee or touch the earth to feel grounded and strong. Reach for hope. Touch the earth to feel strong. 1 more. And now take some of that strength from the earth. Half moon. You can step the foot in a little bit. But here we go. Glide in. Hand off the floor. 5. Straighten back both legs, particularly the top leg. 3, 2, 1. Knee into chest. Slow the transition down. Open the arms to the right. Fire in the leg. It's okay. Come back to center. Cross the ankle. Sit the hips back. 3, 2, 1. Shake out the left leg as a treat. Mountain pose. Let's take a deep inhale. Exhale through the mouth. 2 more. See if you could drop your shoulders as you breathe out this time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, folding. Lift the chest. Left foot steps back, back knee down. Arms sweeping up and back. This time rest your right hand on your right knee rather. Option to breathe here or option to catch the back foot gently and bring the heel in. Juicy quad stretch. This is called King Arthur's pose sometimes. If you want to go a little bit deeper, you could drop the hips forwards and down, but keep the heel coming in. And as a little tip, keep that left shoulder down and back. From here, start to release. Come back into that kneeling position. Building on this same sequence. This time, however, elbows below shoulders. Keep your palms apart. Ideally as wide as the elbows. They sometimes come in, but keep them wide. We're going to come into Dolphin. Tuck the toes, press through the elbows, lift the hips. It's like down dog, but on the forearms. Think about making an upside down V shape. As you push into your elbows, send your hips up and back. And the knees can totally be bent, but eventually you can also straighten them to stretch the hamstrings. 3 more breaths. And slowly lower down. Come back into that high kneeling position. Step the right foot forwards. High lunge. Warrior two. Straighten your front leg for a moment. Let's take triangle. As you breathe in, imagine someone's pulling your right hand forwards, getting longer, and then rest the hands somewhere on the leg. You could look down, or forwards, or even up. If you're very bendy in the knees, it can be useful to really engage the quads, squeeze the quads like you're trying to lift the kneecap. That'll help strengthen your knee if they're very bendy. Let's come back into our warrior two. And now this time, half moon, with a very tricky option to bend the left knee and catch the foot in what's called sugar cane. If you have the foot, push the foot up and away from you, floating, 3, 2, 1. Mountain pose, standing at the front of your mat. Just take a moment to breathe. Feel the ground beneath you, sky above. And here, dancer's pose. Bend your left knee, left hand catches the foot. Eventually, walk the hand to hold the inside edge of the foot. So there's a feeling of openness across the chest. Your right palm reaches forwards like an offering to the sun as you push the foot back. Dancer's pose, what's called Natarajasana. Think about lifting the knee up. 2, 1, release. Let's take a deep inhale together. Deep exhale. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, folding. Lift your chest. Right foot steps back, back knee down. Sweep the arms back behind you. Left hand to the knee. Option 1, breathe here. Option 2, catch the right foot. Bring the heel in. Option 3, hips forwards and down. We're searching for a deep stretch in the front of your right hip here. A back bend usually happens, but the pose isn't really about the back bend. It's about stretching the front hip. Two more calm breaths. And then let's release, kneeling position. At this time, very tough version of Dolphin. So you come into your Dolphin pose. This time you might stay in regular Dolphin, or you might lift the right leg, point the foot and hold. 5, 4, really straighten that top leg if it's lifted. 3, push through those elbows. 2, 1, replace the right foot if you lifted it, stay up. Left leg comes up if you're doing it. 5, push through those elbows. 4, 3, 2, 1. Heroic effort, knees down. Come back up onto the knees, left foot steps forwards. Take your time, warrior 2. Take a moment, compose yourself before the half moon. And when you are ready, here we go. Option to reach and catch that back foot. It's really hard if you have the foot lift up. If you don't have the foot, no worries, straighten the back leg instead. 3, 2, 1. Mountain pose. Take a moment. So bring the feet a little closer together for dancer's pose, second side. I like to bend my standing leg a little bit. I catch the foot on the inside edge if possible. And then think about lifting everything up and then forwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mountain pose. One big breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhale, lift the arms, arching back a little. Exhale, folding. Lift the chest. Step the left foot back, followed by the right, kneeling position. Our last bit of shoulder strength before we cool down. From here, coming onto the forearms, lifting back up into Dolphin. Send the hips back. We're going to hold here. Three more breaths. Again, I'm really lifting my butt up. I'm pushing through my elbows. I'm trying to send my chest towards my feet through my arms to get a deeper shoulder stretch. And then lower the knees down. Come back to the kneeling position. Step the left foot forwards, warrior 2. And because I nearly forgot it, some of you will have spotted, triangle pose. Left arm comes forwards. I knew there was something. Reach, and then lower down. Take that moment to expand. Calm the breath. And then from here, let's release warrior 2. High lunge and bring the back knee down. Let's come to a kneeling position. And then we're going to come to sit, taking the legs forwards in front of us. For a moment, bring your feet together in cobbler's pose. And you could catch hold of the ankles or the feet. As you breathe in, sit tall and lift the chest. As you breathe out, fold with a long back. I find it helpful to think about taking my heart towards my big toes. I'm trying to get my chest, my bosom towards the big toes. Settle the shoulders down and back so your neck is nice and free. Inviting everything to cool and calm down. Three more breaths. Slowly coming back up, slide the legs long and bring the feet together as close as you can. As you breathe in, reach the arms forwards, lift the chest, and imagine someone was gently pulling you through the hands. Take another inhale. Imagine you're being pulled forwards, heart towards the big toes, and then rest the hands somewhere on the legs, forward fold. If you're very bendy, you could hold the feet and bring the face down. And if you feel quite stiff here, that's okay too. You could use your fingertips behind you. Think about really sitting tall. If you feel a stretch somewhere in the back of the leg, then excellent. That's all this pose is about. Well, there's a few other things, but it's the main thing. And then let's release. Walk your feet in a little bit. We're going to lie down and do a couple of lying down shoulder stretches to finish. So come down onto your back. Then listen closely. Walk your feet in close, bend your knees. And now take your left arm by your ear, overhead. We're going to roll to the left side, coming onto your left side, and bring the knees together here. For a moment, just take a moment to settle, resting on that top arm. What we're now going to do is we're now going to take that left arm out in front and bring the right palm on top. Hopefully you can see. Yeah, I'm going to let my head hang if that feels okay, or I could keep it in the center. From here, I'm going to draw a half circle with my right hand behind me into my plant and over to the right side. If you've not got much space, neither have I. And then let's circle back, bring the hand back around. Let's do that one more time. Sweeping, circling. And now come back over. And now bring that right hand in front of you for support. And could you straighten your legs out? What I'm going to do is I'm going to use my right hand or my right fist, if that wrist is very tender, and I'm going to gently roll towards the arm. So I'm rolling towards the arm, palm facing the sky, and I might get a stretch in the outer shoulder. If I want more of a stretch, I'm going to keep rolling over until I basically lie down on my arm. Let's take a few breaths here. You could imagine breathing into the space between your spine and your left shoulder blade at the back. It's very specific. Inhale into that space between your spine and your left shoulder blade. From here, slowly come back. You're going to lie back down. Recenter yourself. And now let's take that right arm out to the side. Let's roll onto the right side. Hands on top of each other. Then a semicircle, left arm comes behind and around and back. And one more. And then from here again, straighten out the legs. You could lean into the left hand or left fist. And just as the same on the other side, rolling onto the right arm a little bit. I've rolled quite a lot, but you don't have to go quite so far. And again, I'm breathing into this space here between my shoulder and my spine. Or I'm imagining I could breathe there. And then ease your way back. We're going to lie down. I'm just going to take a short shavasana, just a couple minutes. And I'd invite you to experiment with where your arms and shoulders feel most comfortable. If it feels good to take them overhead, you could do that. If it feels nice to rest them on your body, beside you. Let's take a deep breath in together. Deep breath out. You could scan gently through your body. Just notice if there's any areas that could soften or release or let go. And mentally inviting everything to relax, the invitation. And so gently deepening your breath again. Wiggling fingers and toes. Let's take a big stretch out together. A big sigh if it feels good. Ah. Walk your feet in. Gently roll to one side. And find the most gentle way to come up that you can. Whatever works for you. We'll close sitting. So you could rest your hands on your legs or bring the palms together if it feels meaningful to you. Let's take a moment to drop the shoulders, relax the jaw, and bow the head to the heart. Bowing the mind in honor of the heart. And we'll close practice here today. Peace, peace, peace. So thank you as always, everyone. I hope you found this practice helpful for maintaining and building some shoulder strength whilst you work on recovery or healing whatever's going on in your wrists at the moment. As always, leave me feedback below. You know I love it. I love to hear from you and what's helpful for you. But until next time, enjoy your practice and I'll see you soon.